I'm rather conflicted on this one. Right, so I binge watched the entire show in about 2 weeks for this. Now I know that doesn't sound like much, but when you take into consideration you're watching something for about an hour to 2 hours every single day, it might get to you. I like Lloyd, I like Yor, and I like Anya. All great characters. Bond is a cute dog. The show's actually pretty good. The only parts I don't enjoy are when Anya's at school, because a lot of those little bastards should have been snuffed out 5 to 7 years ago. I'm gonna be a great dad someday. Anyways, this film follows the Foragers on their first family vacation, all three having intersecting stories while also going out on their own paths. Anya is trying to earn yet another star so that Lloyd can get one step closer in his mission, while Yor is finally starting to develop significant feelings for Lloyd. It's all working all the way through. Mixed up in all this is some microfilm and way too many jokes of a certain kind. Now look, off the bat you can really see the uptick in the animation. Not that the animation ever looked bad in the show, but it's very clear this is a movie. Kind of like how in Western animation you can tell, the movie version of the cartoon versus the actual version of the cartoon, because, there's more time, there's more shading, more coloring, more shadows, in that same capacity. Now, I'm led to believe that this movie took the place of Season 2, Part 2, and if that's the case, maybe that's a good thing considering how great this looks. The settings are beautiful, from the city of Witter, not Christmas, Wonderland, that is, Frigus. It's a great setting to have more family time and bonding while not rocking the boat too hard to our established canon. Essentially, you don't have to watch this film in order to know what's going on in the show, and technically vice versa. I'd argue you could watch this movie without ever seeing the show and have some degree of appreciation for it. The main plot of this film and the meat and potatoes really comes when Anya eats a chocolate truffle that happens to contain microfilm. And with that, we're off to the races as the military want the film, while Lloyd and Yor are hell-bent on getting their daughter back. Bear in mind, each of them are still fronting that they don't know about the other. No one knows that Lloyd is a secret agent. No one is supposed to know that Yor is actually an assassin. No one is supposed to know that Anya, can read minds, or that Bond can see into the future. So they're all trying to keep these secrets from each other. So I want to get to the joke that stopped me from really enjoying this film. Anya has to hold it when she has to go to the restroom. To try and stay alive, she's trying to hold it. And look, I can laugh at a good poop joke once in a while. I'm a dude guy bro after all. But when you make the same joke again and again and again and again and again, and then you have a cutaway song about the gag about poop, and then you make the same joke yet again, no, you lost me. And while I get these jokes can be funny, there's something not funny about a little girl trying to hold it. Look, I'm going to drop it, but I'll say this. If I hadn't promised Chema that we'd be reviewing this film next week, straight up, I would have walked out. It got to me. It was that annoying to me. Especially that whole song sequence, which, bear in mind, I don't remember if it was a song sequence or if it was just an out of body. Look, the whole beautiful sequence where they're riding on a river, that got to me. It got to me to a point where I legitimately considered walking out. It just, Now look, you can keep the story element in the film that she aided, but do we have to have a big, whatever, moving on. We get some, thankfully, great animation, and we're back into the story with Lloyd dodging gunfire in a plane while Yor is actually hiding in the cargo. There's actually kind of a funny spot where Lloyd crashes the plane into a blimp, and we cut to Yor saying, "I thought he was a good pilot." It's actually made me chuckle, and see, that's the kind of comedy that you should have, not stupid whatever. The various battles and moments in the third act work for me in most ways, from the crisp animation to the great character moments. There's a point where Yor is using her lipstick to win a fight, and it's just such a badass mic drop moment. Lloyd using every trick in the book to try and save Anya, as well as steer the blimp into the ocean. It's a mostly good film from a great TV show. For my money, it's a 6 out of 10. It's good, but That said, what's your favorite animated film? Go ahead and let us know down below. We'd greatly appreciate it, and we'll catch y'all next time. We'll see everybody.